Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my huge beauty empties. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください。しちゃいなや。Well, hello there. It has been quite some time since my last empties video. I think this time it's been about 4 to 5 months worth of empties. It is a lot and a lot of products to get through. So as always, make sure you do grab yourself a drink and a snack to watch this one because I know it's going to be long. If you have never seen one of my empties videos in the past, basically treat it as like a little snippet, a little contents page, if you will, of a quick review of products that I emptied. And if there is a product that you are more curious about and want to know more about, I will leave the video where I talked about it in more detail or gave a full review. I am going to be going through the products like super quickly because we just do not have the time to talk about them in length, but that is why you can refer to those other videos. Well, if you are ready or not, like me, then let's get started on this video. My skin type is dry and dehydrated, and the general climate I live in is on the drier side, being Melbourne, Australia. Of course, I do have all of my skincare beauty empties, but I do also include my partner Logan's empties as well. It is a joint team effort. Like, it is not just me using all of these products, and he does have more combo skin that tends to get more oily during warmer months. Well, we are going to go by category. So of course we're going to be starting off with cleansers. First we'll be talking about oil-based cleansers or first step cleansers. I have the Ionique Calendula Complete Cleansing Oil. So I have mentioned this one multiple times now. Super simple cleansing oil. It is made of 94% of plant oils. It does what it's supposed to. It removes any gunk and makeup, washes off easily, and really is just a simple, fuss-free, affordable cleanser. So if you're someone who's just not fussy and just need a simple oil cleanser that'll do the job, that's affordable, this one for sure. Next, I have the Funkeru Mild Cleansing Oil. So this one is super popular in Japan, and it has been for like years and years and years. I remember when I was younger, I always wanted to try it, but I thought it was kind of expensive. But then last time I went to Japan, I was like, oh, it's like not that expensive now, me being like a fully grown adult. So I did finally try it out. I can't say that it's my favorite. It's definitely not bad and I enjoy using it, and it has a really nice texture feeling on the skin. But I did find that it felt like it got a little thick and gluggy when I was trying to use it in the shower, which for most people probably isn't a problem. Like, most people use their cleanser on dry face and skin out of the shower, but I do like to do it in the shower. And this one says that you can use it with wet hands, but I just felt like it didn't, or it like kind of lost its cleansing power when I did use it with wet hands. I do have other cleansers that just work better and that I enjoy more using it in the shower, being my holy grail Muji Mild Cleanser. That's still my holy grail. So yeah, it's fine, but I probably wouldn't go out of my way to get it again. And the last first step cleanser I have is the Muji Mild Cleansing Milk. As I just mentioned, I absolutely love the mild cleansing oil from Muji, but I also really enjoyed their mild milk cleansing as well. It is great for those days where you're just wearing a little bit of makeup or just sunscreen and you need something to remove that, but you don't need to go in with like a very intense cleanse. Especially if you have dry skin, you don't necessarily need to cleanse with a cleansing oil every day, especially if you don't need to take off any makeup. So this one was the one that I would reach for in those times. It is also very affordable and just very simple. I think it does have essential oil in it though for the fragrance, orange peel. I love it. I love having a little bit of scent in my skincare, so I really did enjoy that, although I know not everybody else will. But yeah, still one of my favorite milk cleansers to date. Next, we're going to move on to our water-based cleansers, also known as the second step cleanse. And I do have 2 bottles of this one because it is my absolute holy grail water-based cleanser, and it is the Rebectin Gel Cleanser. I really don't think I have to talk about this one. It is my most used cleanser to date. It is just so easy to use, so gentle. Everybody can use it, every skin type. I don't know how many bottles I've been through. Now it does have a new packaging and new name, but it is the same cleanser. And yeah, I went through 2 bottles in the last like 3 to 4 months. Next, I have the Matsukiyo Cleansing Foam. Look, although this is an empty, I did not like it. It was probably the most drying stripping cleanser that I've used used in quite some time. It is empty because I did use it to shave my legs, but yeah, I didn't like that one. Next, I have the Biore Marshmallow Whip in Rich Moisture. The Marshmallow Whip cleansers were one of the first cleansers that I ever used as a teen from Japanese skincare, and I loved it then, although nowadays Logan, my partner, prefers to use the pump type because it's really easy for him. The Biore ones can be a little bit drying. Like, I can use it every now and then, but it probably wouldn't be my like everyday cleanser. Although Logan, with oily combo skin, he loved using it in the morning. Now I actually have two powder or enzyme type cleansers. The first one being the By Chen Green Tea and Enzyme Powder Wash. Dude, honestly, these last such a long time. This is the old packaging and it has been renewed now because I just don't go through them very quickly. Even though I use them like probably 2 to 3 times a week, I feel like there's just so much in the bottle. Definitely my favorite K-Beauty powder cleanser. It makes your skin feel so smooth. It's amazing before putting on makeup. Like, it's a great makeup prep cleanse. Smells like matcha and just love it. Next, I have the Rosette Rice Bran Enzyme Powder Wash. So this one I probably wouldn't use just at home on a day-to-day basis, but they came in these little sachets. There's just like one-use powder in these sachets, but they were so good for travel. They just like slip in the side of your skincare bag and they take up very little space, and they are perfect for when you just need a little bit of an exfoliating cleanse, but still very, very gentle. And I really did enjoy them for that. Next, we are going to move on to toners and essences. I might do essences first. Not that there's much of a difference. People do always ask me like, what's the difference? There isn't really a difference. Like, it's just how the brand wants to market it and stuff. Starting off with the Misha Time Revolution, the first essence. Look, this one was honestly nice. It had a really nice watery texture. It was that great first step. Like, as soon as you cleanse, put this on, it absorbs very easily, has that watery texture. Any skin type can use it, and it is packed with those fermented ingredients that's going to help overall skin health and your skin texture and all of that. I do still prefer the Neogen one, I feel, and I think, are they about the same price? Same price, or the Misha one is slightly more expensive. So I still do enjoy the Neogen one better, although I haven't used it in quite some time. The I'm From Mugwort Essence. Another absolute holy grail. I cannot live without this guy. I use it when my skin is irritated, and I also pack it on after I shave. I like genuinely start to panic when I don't have this one, and I've been through countless bottles. The numbuzin No.2 Toner. So this one was the slightly reformulated version of their pink No.2 bottle. Still enjoyed it, and I did use it for a really long time as my makeup prep toner. Like, this was always the one that I used, and I felt like it just really hydrated my skin from deep within, created that beautiful like plump base for makeup. I haven't used it in a while and I'm getting by. Like, I feel like there's other toners and also like the makeup prep pads that I've got that I've been using lately, and I feel like they work pretty well too. So I haven't gone and repurchased it, although this is still my 3rd or 4th bottle, and I probably would definitely still enjoy using it again. I also have the Kaine Kombu Balancing Ampoule Toner. Honestly, such a beautiful toner that I feel like every skin type can benefit from. It is really hydrating, and it does have a slight viscousness to it, yet it doesn't feel heavy or it doesn't feel sticky on the skin. So I love using this even in summertime. It still feels fresh on the skin, but it is still hydrating enough that I can use in the wintertime too. And yeah, like, I will happily open another bottle and start using this right away. Next, I have the IPSA Time Reset Aqua. This toner did make my best toners list of last year, and it is a, gosh, it has a cult following in Japan. Like, so many people love this toner, and I get it. It is really nice. It is lightweight, yet it is going to be soothing on the skin. It's going to be hydrating, and it does also help preventing like light breakouts on your skin as well. So it's a really good like skin conditioning, keeping your skin in check kind of toner when you use it every single day. And as I said, it does have that really watery texture, so it works great as a first step. The only con of this one is that it is kind of expensive. It's 4,000 yen, which is a lot more than I would usually pay for a toner. So yeah, it is a little bit on the expensive side. And the last toner I have is the Hadarabo Shirojin Premium Lotion. I think this is literally like the last of my old packaging of the Hadarabo, which they did change it quite a while back, but you know me, I had stocked up on the old one quite a bit, and this this is my favorite toner out of the HaruHaru range. Honestly, towards the end, I was using it on my body as well because I wasn't like 100% sure if it was still good and non-expired, but I do still love the HaruHaru Shirojin toners. Next, I actually have toner pads, and I've definitely become more and more into using toner pads. Hydration, exfoliation, sheet masking, like everything all in one. So I do love them, and I have a couple here. The Neogen Probiotics Relief Toning Pad. I love anything with probiotics, anything fermented, all of that stuff I love, but other than that, there is nothing too special about this toner pad. They were quite small and a pretty basic texture, but they smelled so good. Like, smell like fruity yogurt. Oh yeah, I just love the smell. So I enjoyed it for just that reason too. It does also come with little tweezers, which is always nice. I feel like most toner pads have them these days, but not all. So it's still a bonus when you can get that. Oh, I actually left one in there to show you guys. As you can see, it's a pretty small toner pad. I probably would prefer them a bit bigger, but can you see it is still dripping with essence, and there's actually still like, I'm gonna spill it. I've done this so many times on camera and I'm gonna spill it, but can you see? No, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna try any further. But there's still like so much essence left in there, even though I used it all up, which I always feel like is a good sign of a nicely soaked toner pad. The Toriden Balance Full Toner Pad. This one did make my best of special care video for last year, and even in that video I said like, I can't exactly tell you why I love it so much, yet I emptied it within like a couple of months, which I don't usually do with toner pads. So there must be something about it. It is again a very normal cotton pad texture, and it is a great kind of balancing toner pad, as it says. It does help to soothe while also preventing breakouts and overproduction of sebum. So probably perfect for people who do have oily or combo skin. The last toner pad I have is the I'm From Beat Refresh Pad. If you do want a toner pad solely to do like sheet masking, this is the one. It has a really nice thin texture. It is not embossed, not rough at all. It is really, really soft and smooth. They are huge, and again, soaked in essence. Like, I can literally use just one to wipe across my face and it's like plenty hydration. So I'll just put two on to do a sheet mask, and yeah, it is like still sopping wet after like 5 minutes. So yeah, this one is great for doing your own little sheet mask. Moving on to serums. First, I have the numbuzin No. 6 Deep Sleep Mask. This one is honestly a pretty like basic hydrating serum. When I first tried it out like years and years ago, I loved it and I still enjoy it for sure, but I feel like I just don't like use plain hydrating serums as much, and there's lots of nice hydrating serums out there. The Toriden one, and recently I've been enjoying the Purita one too, but yeah, it's still nice and it is 50 mils. So again, if you can get it at a good price, I think it's worth it. Next, I have the Ionic Propolis Vitamin Synergy Serum. We love propolis for those antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, hydrating properties, and it does include 70% of that, as well as vitamin fruit extract. So this one's really going to hydrate, nourish, and brighten your skin. The person that has been loving this one is my partner, Logan. He pretty much used this up by himself, and he just is a huge fan of Ionic. I've said it before, but it's like one of his favorite brands. Yeah, he used up everything at the same time. I have 3 products from Ionic that were all used up by him in this video, but he loved it. It does have a beautiful light texture, yet is really plumping, glowing, and hydrating to the skin. So a really nice serum. Next is one of my favorites, the by Wishtrend Cera Barrier Soothing Ampoule. I think this is my 2nd or 3rd bottle of this one. It is just a beautiful kind of ceramide rich, barrier nourishing and protecting serum. If I feel like my skin is just lacking nourishment or feels a little weakened and it's been irritated, this one is that like beautiful milky lotion texture that replumps and just like rejuvenates. I don't know how to say it, but you guys know what word I'm talking about. It does that to your skin, so I love it. Next, I have the Sun by Me Retinol Intense Reactivating Serum. This one honestly was a really easy to use serum. As you can see, it has 0.1% of retinol, 1 ppm of retinol, and 5,000 ppm of Gokujyun. So it does have a blend of those ingredients that are said to be really good for anti-aging, basically everything to do with your skin. But it is still a very gentle gentle and low kind of concentrated formulation. So I was using it like probably every other night. Logan was also using it, and we did empty it out really quick to the point that I don't think we have had a chance to talk about it on my channel yet. If you want to kind of introduce your skin to some of these ingredients but don't really want to go too intense or don't know how to go about it, this one is a really nice and light but layerable texture, and you don't have to worry too much about what you layer it with. Super, super gentle. I feel like it is a great first step retinol. Oh yeah, this is kind of random, but the Light Salon Hydrating Peptide Serum. So this one I think I used like once. Other than that, Logan has been using it because he is such a fan of the LED mask. He uses it way more than I do, and even yesterday, like literally last night, he's like, you know what, like I'm probably overthinking it, but I feel like my forehead lines and stuff are coming in more again, and I haven't been using my LED mask and I want to use it again. So he shaved and then used his LED mask last night, and he was so happy. I'm just not that diligent. I'm really bad, but I've been trying to use my microcurrent and booster device lately, so that's what I've been focusing on. He used this serum before using the LED mask because you're supposed to. It is better than just going in bare, which I don't like doing either. Like, you're supposed to not really apply any skincare when you do the LED mask, but this was designed specifically to go under the LED mask, and it does just help to hydrate real quick before that. So yeah, he used it up and he actually was like, can you try to find something that's a similar ingredient that I can use before the LED mask? So I think he liked it. Next, I actually do have two face oils. The first one being the HaruHaru Black Rice Facial Oil. This one I did not use on my face because it does have that lavender oil smell, which I'm not a huge fan of. There's a lot of HaruHaru products now that don't include that essential oil at all, and they are all the ones that I've been using. I don't mind essential oils, I just don't like the smell of lavender, never have. But this one I ended up using it mixed in with my moisturizer for my body. So I just mix a few drops in with my moisturizer, and it was a really, really nice nourishing oil for that. And the other one I have is the Rovectin face oil. Again, I do think recently they have renamed and rebottled this one, but it's still the same formula. This one, like with all Rovectin products, doesn't have a smell whatsoever. It is a great lightweight facial oil that you can layer or you can mix in with your moisturizer. It adds just that punch of nourishment to your skin, especially in wintertime when you have like really dry skin and you feel like you're using a thick moisturizer but it's just not cutting it and you're still feeling dry. Just adding a few drops of a facial oil will definitely help. This one I used on my face, I also used on my bodies. You can use it as like cuticle oil as well, which I must put some on because my cuticles are so dry. What the heck? I would say one of the easiest to use face oils. Now we're going to move on to, wait, let me get some water. Whew, I've been talking non-stop. All right, we are now moving on to moisturizers, which I have a fair number of them today. First, I am going to start with my Holy Grail moisturizer because they are in every single Empties, I'm pretty sure, and it is the P Calm Kato Cream. So I did go through another 2 tubes of this one. Yeah, it's just my go-to, yeah. I do also have the P Calm Kato lotion. So a lot of people have actually asked me what I think of the lotion and how they're different, and I have actually compared them in a video before. They are really similar, but the Kato lotion is a more lightweight texture and it's more like an emulsion. So if you do have like oilier or combo skin and you want something a bit more lightweight than the Kato cream, this one is really, really good. It is also a way bigger bottle, and I was even using it on my body as a moisturizer too, because you can use it on your face and body. I still prefer the Kato cream just because I need a little bit more of a richer nourishment because I do have drier skin. But yeah, this is still a great one and great value for money too. Another moisturizer that I have been through countless tubes of, the Klairs Midnight Blue Calming Cream. This one coupled with the I'm From Mugwort toner, like absolute, like when my skin is irritated, perfect duo. I also have the CosRx Propolis Light Cream. I also absolutely adore the toner in this line. That was like my best toner discovery of last year. Ooh, so good. This one is a medium nourishment moisturizer. You can use it day and night. I would say people who have normal to combo skin probably would like it best. Another Propolis product, the iUnique Propolis Vitamin Sleeping Mask. This was another one of those products that I mentioned that Logan did use up. You can use it as a nighttime moisturizer, or you can even layer it on top of your like nighttime cream if you want that extra nourishment. It's a sleeping mask, so you sleep with it on and then wash it off in the morning, moisturizing, kind of add nutrients back into your skin. And it's also going to create that layer that's going to keep you good overnight, if that makes sense. Like a barrier that's going to keep your skin all just like and plump. I think he enjoyed it. I mean, he emptied it, so. And then I also have the Purito Breeze Water Gel Cream. If you have oily skin and if you live in a hot, humid climate, this one is for you. It is such a beautiful light gel cream moisturizer that also has this cooling feeling when you apply it to your skin. So it's going to soothe down your skin, going to cool it down. Definitely not one that I can wear personally, anything beyond hot summer days, because I have very dry skin, but Logan did use this one up too. And while we're on the topic of Logan, I do have some men's skincare that he did use up solely by himself, and they are all from the Japanese brand Uno, which is a skincare slash hair care kind of men's care brand in Japan that is quite popular, and he has enjoyed a lot of their products. So I'll introduce them. The Uno Skin Serum Moisture. This one is actually a really interesting product. It is said to be kind of like a multi-use all-in-one product, and you can use it after you wash your face. You can apply it while you're in the shower to add like instant moisture to your skin. Do you know there's like moisturizers in the shower where you like apply it on and then you rinse it off, but it does leave like a bit of hydration or moisture on your skin? It's like that, but for the face. And it also says that it's really good to use right after shaving because it's going to be hydrating and soothing to the skin. And we were both actually using it to shave as well. So he'd use it to shave his face. I used it to shave my legs in the shower. And I do feel like it was very like nourishing and kind of helped desensitize the whole shaving process, if that makes sense. So we actually both really enjoyed this one. And then I do also have the other all-in-ones, the Uno Cream Perfection. So these are great for lazy people with skincare where you can kind of get everything in one. Most of the time Logan does a proper skincare routine, but there's some mornings or some nights where he's just lazy and he doesn't want to do the full process. And in those instances, he'll just cleanse his face and then use it all in one so he can be done with one product. And he definitely likes using them. This one is more your basic one. Like it's good for pretty much all skin types, normal skin. It just does the basic moisturizes, hydrates type thing. And these do just pop off like this, and it's in a tub. And yeah, super easy. So that's that one. And then he did also try the Uno Vital Cream Perfection. This one is a little bit richer. It's supposed to be like semi-anti-aging, a more opaque, thicker texture compared to the other one being more of like a gel cream. And he did say he enjoyed both of them. I do think he preferred this one for winter time. He's always liked them. Like he's used them for, gosh, probably since we met. So like 8 years or something now. One of his first like Asian skincare products that he ever tried. And yeah, he still likes them. Now we are going to move on to sunscreens. First, I'm going to pick one that made my best of sunscreens of 2023 list, and it is the House of Her Weightless Sun Fluid. Beautiful lightweight texture. It leaves a kind of semi-matte finish, is hydrating but not sticky, white cast free. Yeah, amazing sunscreen. It's been really, really good, and I am onto my second tube. Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel. Honestly, who doesn't love this sunscreen? I feel like it went viral maybe like a couple years ago now, but I feel like all the loyal fans have still continued to use it because it is one of those sunscreens that even myself, like I don't have to think about it. I want something hydrating to my skin that's going to be protective. I would reach for this any day. I don't have one open at the moment. I'm trying to use up other sunscreens, but I do have a backup in case just one day I'm like, yep, I just need that back in my life. Great sunscreen. The Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen. If you have dry skin, you will love it because it is very, very nourishing. Like very nourishing, very glowy. Even myself, I can go without wearing moisturizer when I wear this one. It is that nourishing. But that means that in summertime, it can be a little heavy. If you have oilier skin, you will probably think it is way too oily or glowy. So just an FYI. But if you do have dry skin like me, it is still a white cast free, very easily blendable sunscreen that is very moisturizing. So emptied that one probably just before like the hotter weather started here in Australia. The Skin Aqua UV Super Moisture Essence. This is one that I probably went through countless bottles of when I was living in Japan. It is truly white cast free and it blends out like it's nothing, although it does contain alcohol. So I have been leaning to sunscreens that don't contain as much alcohol these days. That is just a personal preference. I don't mind alcohol being in sunscreen or skincare in general. It's just that I have developed drier skin than I have had in the past. And when I was using this was probably when I had oilier skin and I was doing everything that I could to reduce that oil. And that included a not heavy, non-sticky sunscreen. So yeah, this one is beautiful if you want something so lightweight and it doesn't feel like anything on your skin. So good. The Biore UV Atlasm Skin Protect Essence. So this one I feel like out of Japanese sunscreens was one that I trusted more with its sun protection, which I know sounds silly, but a lot of Japanese sunscreens are so lightweight that I don't 100% trust it, especially in the Australian sun, because Australian UV rays are really strong, and as you guys probably know, UV laws are very strict here. Saying that, I am someone who doesn't spend that much time in the sun. Like my day-to-day work and stuff I do from home. Sunlight does not directly reach into my apartment, and the only direct sun I get on a general day-to-day basis is probably like 10 minutes or so. In that sense, I can use like sunscreens that aren't cleared by Australian law, if that makes sense. But out of all the Japanese sunscreens I've tried, this one felt very protective, and they also do promote it and kind of recommend it for people who are often outdoors. You can also feel it, like it does feel a bit more protective. It does have more of a barrier layer on your skin compared to even like the Skin Aqua one. It does include alcohol as well, and it does also include fragrance. So if you are sensitive to those things, be aware. And the last sunscreen I have is the Suncut UV Perfect Spray. I used this sunscreen a lot when I was living in Japan, and when I was living in Japan I did work outside a lot of the time. So I'll apply my sunscreen in the morning, and then on my lunch break I would mist this like on my head, on my face, on my neck, and everywhere I could reach. And it was just a really easy way to reapply sunscreen. I must say it can get a little bit like greasy or oily on your skin. It's not like invisible. So I would usually like pat it down with a like a clean cushion or a puff, but it is a really easy way to reapply sunscreen on top of makeup. And you can also apply it on your hair, on your scalp, spray it on your back, you can spray it on your legs. I think a lot of people do use spray sunscreens in Japan for its convenience. So yeah, I went through many of these when I was living in Japan, and I just used up this one not long ago. Okie dokie, I think that's it for like main skin care categories. Now I'm going to move on to special care items, and I'm going to start off with masks. I have one sheet mask. I actually had individual sheet masks, but I just thought it'd be too long to include this video, so I didn't include it. I'm sorry. But I have one bulk one, and it is the Mary & May Niacinamide Vitamin C Brightening Mask. Recently mentioned this one in my best of as well. Really good quality sheet mask for being a bulk sheet mask. It did seem to kind of give a overall slightly brightened appearance, and I'm sure it would be even better if you use it like constantly every day, which it does include 30. So the intention is you can use one every single day and it'll last you a month. Next I have wash off masks. So the first one being the House of Dowa White Rice Wash Off Mask. Again mentioned in my best of video, this is probably my favorite rice mask. I've tried a fair few, but this one, the texture, the scent, how gentle it is, the effect on my skin, really smoothing, brightening. I love it, and I've been through almost 2 tubes of it. So yeah, definitely enjoy that one. The I'm From Fig Scrub Mask. Not gonna lie, I am still someone who enjoys a little bit of scrub, a little bit of physical scrub. I know a lot of people don't, but I think as long as you know how to use it in a gentle way, it is still very beneficial. Like this one, I will apply it on first, and if you think it's already feeling too rough, just add like a tiny bit of water, just like soften it up a bit. Leave it on for like 10 minutes, and then I will add some water and do a really gentle kind of like massage on my face, and then wash it off, and it leaves my skin feeling so smooth. And also this smell, Yeah, it's a really nice smell too. So I love this for a little pamper moment. I think I also got my mum onto it and she really likes it too. And I also do have the Skin Food Black Sugar Perfect Essential Scrub. So I think this one's like the even more intense version of like the regular black sugar scrub mask. The regular one was one of the first K-beauty items I got ever, like when I was probably 16 or 15 or something. Crazy. One of my first K-beauty items, so I have a bit of like an attachment to it. Although this one, it was the strongest scrub one, and I do feel like the Skin Food mask is a little intense for my skin now. So I did actually end up using it as a body scrub, and for a body scrub, it works so well. It is not too rough, and it does add like a bit of moisture to your skin as well. And yeah, I loved using it on my legs, and they come out all like smooth and silky. I now have eye care, which actually have quite a surprising amount of eye creams. The Eye Unique Propolis Vitamin Eye Cream. Again, another one of Logan's favorites, but I actually enjoyed this one too. It has a beautiful kind of medium bodied texture. It glides and absorbs easily. It does have that propolis extract in it also, so it's supposed to be anti-aging, and it also does help to brighten and kind of help that elasticity around the eyes. So yeah, good basic eye cream. I also have the plant-based Time Stop Peptide eye cream. This one, again, I would say it's just like a nice basic eye cream, nothing crazy fancy or super effective, but it still does just hydrate, moisturize the area. I feel like most eye creams are like here for me. I'd say like maybe 8 out of 10 eye creams all sit on this same. It does the job. It's fine. It's good. It hydrates, but like I don't see huge differences, I guess. And then there's a couple eye creams that kind of pop out and I'm like, ooh, I like this a bit better. So this one does just stay in that middle. It's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's an eye cream. It hydrates. It does its job. This eye cream is one that I felt like was a little bit above the others, and it is the Nameraka Honpo Aging Care Eye Cream. I do know this one is quite popular in Japan and even globally these days, and in Japan I think it's like, yeah, 950 yen, so 10 bucks for an eye cream, and it does include retinol in it. Obviously a very small gentle amount being Japan, but it is very affordable for an eye cream with a retinol. So it has a nice medium buttery texture that kind of melts on your skin when you apply. It really does nourish well, and I do feel like it helps with those really like fine lines that go along here, like those expression lines. Definitely enjoyed that one. And the eye cream that I did not enjoy from Japan was the Hada Gokujyun Premium Eye Cream. So I did have quite high hopes for this one because it is Hada and I love them. It was just heavy and sticky for like no reason. It was not enjoyable to use. I felt like it did not spread or glide on the skin easily, which you especially want with eye creams because you don't want to tug on that eye area because that can also lead to fine lines. Yeah, it just didn't like smooth out easily, so I kept like tapping it and then it was sticky and it didn't glide and blah, blah, blah. I didn't really like it, but me and Logan tried really hard to finish it off because it's still an eye cream. It still moisturizes, but yeah, I did not like the texture. And then last eye care item, which it's not an eye cream, but something that I purchase every time I go back to Japan, and it is the Kobayashi Seiyaku Eyebon Premium. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but in Japan, a lot of people wash their eyeballs. Yeah, I know it's interesting, and at first you're kind of like, I don't know. Basically, it is like a vitamin rich kind of formula, and you put it in this little cup and then you put it on your eye and you wash it out, and it helps to get out any gunk build up throughout the day. A lot of people in Japan also wear contacts, so you can use it before wearing contacts or after wearing contacts. Don't use it every single day, but when I've been outside all day and I get bad allergies and like pollen and stuff just like loves going into my eye, and then I do wear contacts occasionally, like colored contacts, so after that and stuff, it does just make your eye feel like so nice and fresh and good. Right now I'm using like a bigger bottle, which is usually what I would get because value for money, a bigger bottle's better. But this time I got a small one while I was traveling, and it was actually really convenient because it did pack up in my bags easier. I just like getting them when I'm in Japan. Like I won't go out of my way to like order them online because it's usually stupidly expensive. In Japan you can get a huge bottle for like 500-600 yen, like it's so cheap. Next, I guess spot treatments. I have just some pimple patches. The first one being the Skin Food C-Cut Clear Spot Patch. These ones are great value for money since you get 100 patches, and they also come in 3 sizes, one being this cute little patch which I love and use all of the time. I love the size of the smallest patch. Like, I would take 100 of just that smallest one if I could. And then I have the P Calm 1 Day Protector Spot Patch. These have officially just become my favorite pimple patch. They stick on really well. They last like literally all day and are really high quality. The Skin Food one, I will say, does peel off easier than this one. So as much as I love the size of the Skin Food one, I do think this one lasts longer and is higher quality. Best scenario would be if P Calm made smaller patches too. Like, then I would literally have no complaints. But yeah, I emptied one of these, or possibly 2. I feel like I empty them all the time and they're kind of just like flying around in my room somewhere. Some lip care. I feel like it's always the same ones in my empties because you love what you love, you know. Nivea Deep Moisture, as well as the Nivea Deep Moisture Melty type, and the Mentholatum Melty Cream Lip. All of these are great. I would purchase any of them at any time. Currently, my favorite would probably have to be the Melty type Nivea though. This one is still good, really nourishing, but this one is a meltier version, so it just makes it look glossier and more melty, and I love that. And then in terms of like the glossiness and look, this one is really similar, but I feel like the Nivea one just lasts longer on the lips, if that makes sense. So at night time, I like to put the melty one on and it kind of just like lasts the whole night. But yeah, all of these, love. One box of cotton pads that I used up, and it is the Shirukoto half cotton pads. I've been through so many of these. One of my favorite cotton pads to do my DIY masking. Last random ass thing in my special care items, and it is the Nuface Hydrating Aqua Gel. As I briefly mentioned earlier, I have been trying to focus on using my microcurrent device in the morning. I have slacked again for like a few days now. It's so hard to keep it up every day. I don't know how people do it. I'm just trying to work on this facial area a little bit because I mean, I've always had a double chin, but it's just not going anywhere. So I'm trying to just shape up this like jawline and also my cheek area, trying to keep it nice and lifted and plump as I have entered my 30s. This was what you use for the microcurrent and I used it up. It's nothing special. I mean, I don't like leaving any of the gel on my face anyway, no matter like what brand and stuff. So I do usually wash it off because I feel like it just stays sticky and like my other skincare items don't layer well. But I used this up and now I'm using like an aloe gel because I was researching online and obviously it's expensive to keep buying like the proper gel. So I've been using an aloe gel and I feel like it does just work pretty much the same. So yeah, been using my microcurrent device and emptied that one. After this, we just have like hand and body care and then hair care, and then we're done. So the first item, I'll go with hand care. It is the Sioris Bring Back Memories hand cream. It's actually a really nice hand cream. Nice amount of nourishment without feeling overly greasy and like icky on the hands, and it does have a really nice fragrance to it. It's like a complex citrus herb kind of fragrance. I might be totally off. I actually don't have a great sense of smell, but I do love things that smell nice. So yeah, it was just a nice hand cream. Moving on to body cream, I emptied another one of the Rovectin Skin Essentials Face and Body Cream. This one I have been through multiple tubes of. It is a great, quite nourishing moisturizer. You can use it on the face as well as the body. I do prefer using it on the body because I don't feel like it's quite as cosmetically elegant for the face and it can feel like a little bit greasy at times, but that's why it's actually really good for like my dry legs. And yeah, fragrance free, great moisturizer. The only thing is I feel like I've switched to pump moisturizers just because they're a lot easier, and I haven't like repurchased it for that reason because I found a couple other moisturizers that I really like for my body now. One being the Estra Atto Barrier 365 Body Lotion. I love the face moisturizer, so I thought I would try the body moisturizer, and yep, I love this one too. It also comes in a pump, which is just so convenient. It is very nourishing to the skin and not overly sticky. Like, it's not completely stick free, but it is not overly greasy and it won't like transfer onto your clothes or your bed sheets and stuff. All about barrier strengthening, really protective, also fragrance free, great moisturizer. I enjoyed it very much, and I do also have a backup. And then this one I discovered in Japan in my last trip, and I'm just like, I really like this moisturizer that I bought a big pump bottle of it too, and it is the Johnson's Aroma Milk Peach and Apricot. I genuinely bought this on a whim. I just smelt it and I love peach and I love sweet fragrances, and I was like, oh yeah, I love the smell, so I'm just going to use it while I'm in Japan. So I got this smaller bottle because I thought it's probably enough for like a month. And this is like the first body moisturizer that I felt like leaves absolutely no stickiness. Now I feel like a lot of lotions say that, but they still leave stickiness, right? They still leave your skin feeling like a little ugh. But this one, after I apply it and it like sinks in, and after like 10 minutes or so, literally my skin's just like sara sara, like it's sara sara, like it doesn't have any stickiness to it, especially in warmer months where you do still need to moisturize, but you just don't want to feel sticky or stick to your couch or your bed. This one was so good that, as I said, I bought the big, like, I don't know if it's like 1 liter bottle or maybe bigger. And even the big bottle is like 800-900 yen in Japan. Like it's still under $10. And the small one's like $5. So I was like, so yeah, this has like kind of become my new favorite summer moisturizer for the body, and it smells so gosh darn good. Finishing off with hair care. Hair care is like a hard topic for me. I've been trying a lot of products in the past, probably like year or so, but it's still a whole mystery to me. I've just never been too good with it. And yeah, you may have noticed I actually dyed my hair recently. I'm trying to go back to like a medium brown, but have been struggling a lot with gray hairs lately. You guys might not be able to tell, but I have like a bunch of gray hairs, and I'm trying to like figure out a way where I can color my hair with it being not so noticeable. Cut quite a bit off and dyed it a bit darker. My hair type is like very fine and frizzy and fluffy and damages easily, kind of all of the above. I don't have Asian hair whatsoever. We're going to start off with shampoos because I actually have a number of shampoos. The Urban and Bubble shampoo for refreshing scalp. I really did enjoy the packaging. It's not something that I've seen before, and this one is actually a self-foaming shampoo. So it comes out as a foam, and I did use this as my second shampoo sometimes because it was already foamed up and I didn't need to like work it in or anything. It was more just a quick cleanse on the scalp, and as the name suggests, it is for like a kind of a detox, like freshening of this scalp. It did leave my scalp and hair feeling very like light, if that makes sense. Like I don't know how else to describe it, but like very light. I felt like it was just like fresh. If you do have like an oilier scalp and stuff, you would probably really enjoy this. And then I also have the Kaminomoto medicated shampoo. So I guess this one has just been around for like a really long time, and it is a medicated shampoo from Japan. Logan wanted to try it out. It is again something that's going to help with your scalp. It says it's supposed to help with like dandruff and itchiness on the scalp, so people who are suffering a little bit from that stuff, which I do not generally get dandruff or anything, like very occasionally. It feels really nice on the scalp. I actually used it a couple times too. It has like a cult following in Japan because it's been around for a really long time. It's one of those like, my grandpa has been using it for years and years and years and it still works great type of product, if you get what I mean. Next we'll go hair treatments. So I've got the Olaplex No. 5 Bond Maintenance Conditioner. In my last empties, I think I mentioned that I use their shampoo and conditioner set as well as their No. 3. I honestly didn't see a huge difference using Olaplex. It has been months now since I stopped using any of their products, and I've switched to using other products, and honestly, I can't tell the difference. Slash, I feel like my hair is like better now. It might be because I cut it though, because you know, obviously if you cut your ends, it feels healthier and this and that. I didn't see a huge difference, and it is very expensive, so I'm probably not going to try it again. And the other treatment I have is the Kerastase Blonde Absolute Mask Ultra Violet. So this one was recommended by the hairdresser when I got my lighter hair balayage done. I think I noticed after like bleaching my hair, which I probably won't do like ever again. I don't think my hair can handle it. I think doing it this time, I realized that my hair doesn't go that brassy. Like it doesn't really go that orange, almost to the point that people said my hair just looks like gray and really ashy, which is what you're supposed to want. And that's why you use like a purple treatment or shampoo. But I felt like my hair just didn't really go that copper. So I didn't really know the timing to use this, and I like finally used it up after it's been a year since I dyed my hair blonde and bleached it, and I just used it to use it up. Before I dyed it this time, I had a little bit of light ends still, but like this really wasn't needed to help keep the brassiness away because it just wasn't that brassy. It is a purple treatment, so it is a mask that has that purple color to it. I mean, it's like super, super purple. It does still help as a treatment to the hair, but I think I need something more intensive to treat my hair and the damage, and the purple like shampoo and purple stuff can still be a little harsher on your hair. So personally, I didn't really like feel the need for this, or didn't really feel like it did much for my hair. A lot of people might say different because I know it's like a really, really popular product, but personally I was like, eh. Another product that I didn't see a huge difference personally was the Vegamore Grow Hair Serum. I did buy 3 bottles to start with, and I used them all up. I was not using it the correct way, I will be honest, because they say to use it like every single day, but it makes my hair greasy, so I didn't really want to use it every day. So I used it when I like washed my hair, so that's my fault. I didn't kind of use it in the most correct way. But I also thought maybe this isn't exactly the type of product I need, because they claim it to help like grow your hair, help grow new hairs, help it grow thicker, this and that. And I don't have little hair. I have a fair amount of hair. It's just like thin. It is frizzy. So I don't think I necessarily need like new growth with hair. Even like around here, you can see I get a lot of baby hairs. Like I've always had lots of baby hairs. So I thought maybe I just need something that helps to grow healthier, thicker hair, but not necessarily like more hair, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I don't know much about hair, but yeah, I just felt like it didn't make a huge difference. But again, I wasn't really using it the correct way. And then I also have the Bondi Boost Elixir Hair Oil. I actually did enjoy this one, and I was using it to oil my hair before I washed it. And I know it takes like months and months, up to a year, to see a huge difference. So I'm just keeping at it and trying it out. And I feel like a lot of people who are doing that treatment have more similar hair to mine rather than Asian hair. This one does have castor oil, sweet almond oil, walnut oil, mustard oil, argan oil, saw palmetto oil. Like it's got a bunch of different oils in it, which I see a lot constantly through like scalp care. Packaging was fairly easy to use. It just comes out like this, and you put it in your hair and then massage it. And yeah, I used it up. I liked it. It's probably one of the better oils that I've tried to kind of use to oil my scalp and all of that. But I don't know if they have it anymore. I tried to look up on the website the other day, and I'm not quite sure if they like still carry this exact one, but if they do, I will link it. It was definitely a nice blend of oils to use in that way. The last product I have is a kind of leave-in ends hair oil, and it is the And Honey Melty Moist Rich Oil. The And Honey oils are very, very popular in Japan, and the brand in general is probably one of the most popular drugstore hair brands in Japan. I did already give my opinion on this one. It was too heavy for my hair. I think it works a lot better for thicker, straight Asian hair, but for my hair, it just weighed it down. Like no matter how little I used, when I put it on, it would just like make my hair weigh down, stick, look like greasy and heavy. So it just didn't work out for me. And instead I used it to, when I oiled my scalp with that other one, I would use this to oil my ends before shampoo to make sure that they didn't tangle and that they were well nourished. So it was a little bit of a waste because I used it just before I washed it off, but I just could not wear it in my hair and leave it in because it was just way too heavy. I am trying out their yellow version, the deep moist hair oil, and this one has been better. It's not quite as heavy. I still have to use a very small amount, but it doesn't leave my hair feel like it's all sticky and like greasy. So yeah, this one has been better for my hair type, but I emptied this one. Woohoo! That is it, you guys. Oh my goodness, we made it through! Yay! Good job, you guys. I feel like I need a snack now. I hope you guys enjoyed your snacks and drinks while you watched this video. It has been quite some time since I've done such a long one, but I do enjoy them and I really do hope you guys enjoy them too. If you are a champion and made it through this whole video, what emoji are we gonna do? We're gonna do a koala because I went to the zoo yesterday and saw koalas and they were cute, and I'm Australian, so you know, let's just put koala in the comments. So random. Show me your koala emoji in the comments if you finished this video successfully without losing your mind. I feel like I'm about to though. It is going to be a few months until my next empties, so I know you have some time to check out some of my other videos. I have selected 2 here for you guys that might be interesting, might be quite enjoyable for you to watch. So make sure you click one of those and that you are subscribed so you don't miss my upcoming videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Mwah!